all the things that you apply in business. You know, they say that he has great instincts, you know, but well, on the streets, having great instincts can be the difference between life and death, not just losing a deal or incarceration, you know, which is less than death, right? And being a person of high integrity, you know, people want to deal with you in business, you know, trust and honorable and a man of your word. All these things come to play in the business world. I'm not condoning anything, any street activity. It's just the way it is. I think charity is very important, but as far as who we are and where we come from, there hasn't been, our generation, we haven't acquired wealth to hand down and give the opportunities to like the next generation. So my goal is that the next generation can have a better start than I had. I won't have to start so far, you know, where I come from. So we have to take care of our family first, you know, as well as giving to charities. We have to give opportunities, because the difference between Bill Gates and homeboy Shah G from Bed-Stuy is Bill Gates had access to a computer at a time when no one had access to computers.
You know, one of the things that human being underestimate dramatically is the capacity to get great at something if they're totally immersed in it. Totally laser focused on something. You are way more powerful than you know you are if you're at crazy cycle access laser focus on anything. Even if there is something that you're totally unprepared for, humans have unreal capacity to get great at things even if they don't have a natural talent for, if they're immersed in it, and to learn something and acquire a ton of knowledge in a short period of time as well.
Very important part of the conversation, because until those conversations are had on multiple levels, then we won't have this sort of understanding that at the end of the day, we both have the same fears, the same love. You know, who do you love? I love my mother. Who do you hate? I hate my father. He wants me to be just like him. I can't. He left me. You know, we all have the same fears, loves, and, you know, aspirations. I think what you do for a living is very important to the mindset, because, you know, buying Marcy projects, in my opinion, doesn't fix the problem. We have to fix the thinking. Projects, in the beginning, it was like a stopover. Projects were built, well, we know why they were really built, but they were built for low-income houses until you got enough money and you moved out and you moved to somewhere else. That's the origin of low-income housing, right? And then it became this thing of, you know, I gotta rep my hood. I'm not leaving out of my hood. And I don't think anything is wrong with wanting better or making where you are better. You know, I think it's more of the thinking of and the drive for us to want to do better than represent something that doesn't belong to us. Make it out and make it to ascend to these levels of success that, you know, when someone goes, it's like, run, go as far as you can go, like, please, you know, and everyone champions her. And it's a sense of it can be done. It's like, wow, you know, she made it, you know, maybe I can make it. Now there's a bunch of little black girls in neighborhoods like, you know, I can make it. You know, you got to realize what's behind it. It's really not anything personal. That's the ambition talking, because I don't know these guys. I hardly see them, and we don't cross paths for the most part. I don't know them. I know it's more a competitive thing. Like, it's, you're the guy in the way of the #1 spot and I want it. That's it. It's just a competitive sport, and that's just, it comes with the job. You know, if you settle in, because someone was talking the other day, Angie Martinez, who's a friend of mine, she does radio in New York, and she was saying how this group of guys was talking at a barbecue, and they was like talking about how, you know, they can do things, and they was using me as an example, and she was listening to them like this. It's amazing the way that they look to you. You know, it's amazing. Walk outside, it goes a little further than that. It goes like hip hop and, you know, rap music is like more than music, it's a culture. And it's just like, we want those people that could make hot songs and also saying something in their music, representing a certain demographic of people. So what I represent is a group of people, and I represent like every ghetto and every, urban area across country. You know what I mean? I'm the people I'm that rebellious voice that was like, yo, pay attention to us, and we gonna wreak havoc. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
My thing is, if you really have something to say in a dialogue, there's nothing wrong with that. The medium, you can reach people and inspire people and get, open up people's minds into the possibilities. Because that's the whole new rules. We need to realize that there's so many possibilities and no one's really using them.
Ask yourself truthfully, your big goals and dreams, are you really clear on there? You know how mandatory it is to be clear and specific on what you want, right? But the next step is this: can you get laser obsessively focused, almost to exclusivity, but for an extended period of time? Can you honestly say you've done that for an extended period? I'm talking about year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, even in a decade, towards something you want so badly. You want like action, you want to eat, you want to live, right? So are you extendedly laser focused on it, or you get distracted easily? Our obsession becomes our possession, but we won't possess them if we're not truly obsessed.
There's so many ways to do things, and it's still like the same old way. The fact that they even fought me on bringing new revenue streams into the music business is amazing to me. It's amazing to me. It's like, why? I don't even understand this. It's people are preoccupied with so many things. So when you get their attention for that second, it better be good, because then they turn away from it. If it's not good, this is interesting. You could occupy and get a bit of mind. Right, that's what you're going for, and you hold on to that, and it better be right. So, we take our time, and maybe not be most popular with artists, especially new ones that I want to come out tomorrow, But I think in the case of J. Cole, I think that A&R development really helped him and worked for him. The album that he put out was an album that he brought in the first time, and he thought he was ready, And now, and you look at his career now, he's in the place of, he's going to be here for as long as he wants to do it, as long as he's inspired, because now he has the attention of the public. I treat people based on who they are, who they really are, not the name, not Robert De Niro, like, who you are as a person. It doesn't matter who you are. Everyone has to be respectful, and everyone has to be, a human being. We all human beings, and we all have to be respectful to one another, and that's just the end of it, and that's how I carry it with anybody. Just by the nature of the songs, it just dictated that he step out of his comfort zone, and I think he pushed himself on Holy Grail, which to me, he has a million great vocal performances, but, in my opinion, is his best vocal performance. I'm not on a schedule, so it'll start, and then it'll stop. Like for this album, I had Ocean recorded, lyrics on it and everything for over a year, like soon as Watch the Throne was finished, and then I had the track, the hook to Holy Grail way back then, so I can't say I officially started then. I had pieces of music and ideas, and then, with Timbaland, we caught that vibe. Then it was a pretty short period of time. My feeling is, whenever inspiration don't find you, you have to find it. Luckily for me, I've been in this business a minute. I know a couple people, but some of them are just permanently inspired. Abraham Lincoln had a quote that said, "It's not the amount of years in your life, it's the amount of life in your years that count in the end." It embodies my beautiful grandmother, who I would like to dedicate this award to. Her name is Hattie White. She's 93 years old. She's so full of life. And Hattie White, amongst other accomplishments, being super great and very tough, she raised 7 kids, one little walk up in Brooklyn, 615 Lexington, where I started my life. On top of that, her kids had kids, and we all was raised in the same house, one household. So I was speaking to her the other day. I asked her, I said, "How much money did you make?" And she made $20 a week. And she said, no, but it was fine. You could do a lot with $20 in those days. And with that sort of attitude, that's where I grew up. That's how I grew up, with those, her and my mother, Glory Carter. That in my household, what can I do? I grew up believing I could do anything, that I can accomplish anything because of those strong women in my house.
Somebody told me the other day, no matter where you are, there you are. You know what I mean? So if I'm in the projects, I'm playing ball better than everybody and da-da-da-da, or you in the project, or someone else is in the project and they're not flourishing like that. You can't put 3 gold chains on them and send them somewhere else and they're a different person. Because no matter where you are, there you are. You still that person. Like, you put these things on me, you put me in a car, you put a couple of chains on me, and you put me in the room with Mariah, I'm still the same person. I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in there conforming or being different. I'm there. I'm still Jay-Z. And if you put a person who wasn't, I hope y'all can understand me and I'm not just bad. If you put a person who wasn't that dude and you put him there and you just dress him up, it's gonna show.
Here is what leadership is. The challenge to be more than mediocrity. The challenge is to step up to a new level of a new dimension. And here what new dimension has: opportunity and responsibility. But wouldn't want the responsibility along with the opportunity if it builds a extraordinary life? You wouldn't want it along the way. Anyway, also make this list.